Alright, well today we have an '05 Equinox and it's got a musty smell inside. It's not something you'd expect from a newer car, so I suspected that the sunroof is leaking. We're not going to need any tools today. All we're going to need is a air line, some compressed air, and my theory on what happens is that tree sap and leaves, seeds, crap like that lays on top of the sunroof, and then when you open it, all that stuff falls right down inside into the tracks and gets into the drainage tubes. Now, water shouldn't be getting past that anyway. That's a poor design flaw on GM's part, but we're going to blow those tubes out. I'm going to show you where they're at, and it's real simple. No tools involved. We'll start with the back. This is where it was noticed first. Carpet was wet underneath, so I propped that up with a little piece of wood so we can get some fresh air in there. And we're going to start with these back panels. There's no screws. They snap on with plastic, and all you have to do is pull it forward, just like that, and you can see that right there comes from the top. That's the sunroof drainage tube, and it goes into this little 90-degree rubber boot which goes straight into the fender well. What happens is, if these clog up, water backs up and comes out the top of the tube. You can see once stuff gets in there, it's awful hard for it to go through that little crimp. But we're just going to blow some air backwards through the tube. And if there was a block in it, you'd hear something clear, and you'd begin to hear air up on the top where the sunroof is. You can't see the two drain holes on the top. You can see the fronts though. Now that that's clear, we're just going to press this back in where it came out. Make sure that it fits in there correctly, and there's no kinks when you put everything back together here. And these just pull and slide back onto the plastic clips. That's it. As for the tops, I'll put a picture up so you can see better. There's two drain holes in the front corners. I'm just going to stick this right in there, and you'll hear air rush out. If you have somebody stand down near the wheel well, you can tell if there's air flowing through or not. And then when you're all finished blowing the tubes out from the back and down through the front, you see a lot of stuff is collected on your sunshade underneath the sunroof. You want to try to bring the sunroof forward and lift it up so you can fit a vacuum in there and clean all that back out, so that way when the wind blows it doesn't shove it back down where you just cleaned it out of. The same goes for in here. You want to vacuum that out pretty good. And that'll about wrap it up. Then all you have to do is prop up the carpet or wherever it was leaking, make sure it's nice and dry, and that stench should go away. Okay.